All right. So I believe we're live now.
Yep. Are we?
Yes, all right, cool. Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for taking the time today out of your busy schedule to attend my first YouTube live. So bear with me. Hopefully there are no kinks or anything. But yeah, I'm very excited here today because I have some lovely guests, and if you've been here before, you'll know that I love handbags. So I am very excited to have two wonderful ladies from a handbag brand that I've been in love with. First of all, if you're new here, I want to introduce myself. My name is Emily. And like I said, I love handbags, but I also love fashion and travel. So definitely consider subscribing if you have not already. Today we have the brand Maui de la Roche, and I am so excited because if you've been here before, you'll know how much I've been talking about them this year. I've kind of been introduced to them back in May, and since then I have made like 3 videos already. I have brought this little guy right here, this is the Octavio, which we'll talk about more, to a lot of my trips. You'll see that on all over my Instagram. I brought it to Maui, to waterfall hikes, Iceland, everywhere. It's amazing. But before I get any further, I do have a few sort of housekeeping notifications to let you know before I forget, because I always talk about handbags and forget everything else. So I wanted to let you know that I have curated all of your questions that you have wanted me to ask. But if I have forgotten any, or if you thought of one right now, definitely leave it in the chat and we'll try to look at it and answer it as we go. The second thing is that there will be 2 giveaways as a thank you for joining us today. One of the giveaway is $100 for you to spend on the Maui de la Roche's website. So you can find that in the description box below. You just need to enter EMLOVES, E-M-L-O-V-E-S, at checkout, and it's $100 for you to spend. It's valid for the duration of this, so definitely don't wait too long. The other giveaway, which is very generous, is a handbag. So I'm very excited because I love mine. So whoever wins this, it's like, I know you're gonna love it. And there will be a special question at the end of this video, which will be answered sometime during this live event. So if you're interested, definitely keep your ears opened and answer that on our Instagram, and a winner will be drawn in 24 hours. So I think those are the big notes I've written down to tell you about. So with that out of the way, I want to welcome the team from Maui de la Roche. We have Marie and Anna. I would like, maybe you can give a intro about yourselves, where you're from, or I actually have an icebreaker question. I was hoping you could tell me where you would like to travel next, just because this brand is so global. In fact, I think we're sitting in all three different countries right now, which is crazy. So enough of me blabbering for a moment. I'll hand it off to you two. I don't know who wants to go first, but yeah, welcome.
Anna. Oh, me? Okay. Well, Marie, as we all know, is our creative director and amazing founder. I'm Anna. I'm from Jakarta, Indonesia. I am the brand marketing and special projects director, and I basically oversee all, see all aspects of the brand from all across the channels, from the website, newsletter, and also the social media and special events that we have, private events here in Indonesia, but also all around the world.
Okay, Marie. So I'm the creative director and I'm the designer and CEO behind the brand. We are very excited to be here, first of all. And yes, as Emily said, we're in 3 different countries. So I'm in Singapore at the moment, Emily's in the US, and Anna is in Indonesia. And I was actually born in Bogota, but a lot of people think I'm French. I'm not. So I'm actually a quarter of a lot of things. My dad is French Colombian and my mom is German Spanish, and I have a very French name due to my great grandmother. So the place that I would like to travel actually would be to go back to Colombia because I haven't been there in a while. So it would be really nice to go back there.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I would like to travel to Edinburgh in Scotland because my brother is there. So I haven't seen him for 2 years. So I would like to very much travel and visit him there.
Very nice. Yeah, I've never been to Bogota, but I have been to Edinburgh and I love it there. So, yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Oh my God, sorry. My phone is connected to my screen. Sorry. So,
no worries.
yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, no worries.
So, yeah, how should we start?
I have a few questions. I could maybe start off with some questions. And if any questions pop up, we can also add those in there, if that works. Okay. So we'll start off with like a very general one. And yeah, I was wondering if you guys can tell me a little bit about the brand, like what you cannot see just looking at the bag, like little secrets, little details, important things.
So something that a lot of people don't know is that I'm a product designer and I'm also training couture. So I apply the principles of how I design and how the bags are built into it. So something that was so important when I was in school was you make the item really good outside, but also really good inside. So for us, it's all about durability and flexibility. So that means we have these very cool special inserts inside that makes the bags very flexible, but it also makes them not lose their shape over time. So we want to make sure your bag is fresh, whether you walk today through your closet or in 5 years. We want the bags to look, just like standing. So if it's a standing, it feels fresh. And I feel like that helps people to buy less, but buy better, because you're buying something that is not going to easily get damaged or easily lose its shape and its freshness. So that is something that is important for us. Also the sweat insert. So inside is homemade in suede so that it's soft for your personal items. We always put studs underneath so that it
I love
protects
that.
the leather. And yeah, it's important because I've had that with scratches. I think I was a bag crazy shopper before I started the brand. And when we started, I was just like, okay, how can I make it so I can fix all the problems, at least most of them, of the things I've seen. So another thing is that maybe some people in the US don't experience this, but there's a lot of humidity in Asia. So we have a special painting. We have 3 layers of painting so that, doesn't matter where you travel, your bags are not going to chip off, because that's something that happens as well. Like a lot of the brands made in Europe are made for European weather, and they don't take into account that a lot of them they sell in Asia and the weather is just not their friend, So we always send the brand with desiccant. So it's important to obviously, take care of your bags and keep it away from the sun and its cotton bag, etc. But we also want to make sure that you're not scared when you're out and about thinking like, oh, if I put it on my shoulder strap, it's going to start chipping off and start coming off. So I would say those are the things that most people don't know. Also the fact that our leathers are water absorbent or water repellent. So we try to make sure they're quite durable. So for example, this one has a special grid, so the water just flows through. This one, which I want to show how much I can fit inside later, actually is water absorbent. So it's a very smooth leather. You will see black dots and then they disappear. So we also try to make sure, at least against rain, it's sort of protected as much as we can. With suede, we're working on more durable suede that is better adjusted to weather changes. But I would say those are the special things that a lot of people don't know, as well as the fact that our leathers are chrome-free and nickel-free. So they're not toxic. We've noticed a lot of babies and kids, they like the shapes because they're very playful. So they like biting and licking and, etc., etc. So your baby's okay. It's actually quite safe. So we try to make sure that our brand is as positive impact as possible. So not only where we source the leathers, which is with traditional tanneries in Italy that have been doing it for many generations, they use special systems to save water and upcycle the water. But they're also chrome-free and nickel-free, and we try to make sure we utilize all the animal, whether it's for car holders or, special inserts or whatever, because we want to respect also the life of the animal given to us. So I guess that's things that most people don't know about the brand.
No, that's great, because I know that the fashion industry has always been said like to have a lot of waste, and if there's anything we can do to help protect the earth while still enjoying the fashion and all the fun things about it, that's an extra plus.
Yeah, so I would say, since a lot of people don't know the brand, maybe where we started. So we founded the brand I started working at it in 2014, actually,
Okay.
like kind of like planning it. And then it was only until 2015 that we launched in the Middle East. So sometimes people think the brand is Singaporean because I went to school in Singapore. Sometimes they think it's Middle Eastern. They rarely think it's Colombian. Sometimes they think it's French. And I'm like, no, we're accidentally global because I'm accidentally global. So
we're an international brand. Yeah, that's
for sure. So we started there. Then we started moving across APAC, basically, and we produce everything in Europe. All of our leathers and accessories. They come from Italy, a few of them from Spain, and we manufacture everything in Portugal. Everything is handcrafted, and we work with single moms and heads of families that have been trained in third generation techniques to work with the leather. So something that I was thinking because of this accidental globalness, if that's a word,
it is now.
When it is a word, was that when I was growing up and I was in Italy or I was in Qatar, Kuwait, because I grew up all over the place. I wanted to do something that didn't make women feel bad. Like it made them feel great. And I think something that is accessories like jewelry or handbags or shoes, it has that power. It has the power to make you feel good no matter where you're coming from. So we wanted to create a brand where you could have very cute bags that
I love that one. Oh my God.
It's here to say hi. We wanted to create bags that would make people feel great no matter where you're based. You're in Italy, you're in Japan, that you would be able to find something special for you within the brand. So I always try to think of like, how do I get, the M dealer woman, no matter where she is, a woman that will get a compliment because she's wearing a bag and she's wearing something awesome and it makes her feel good. And I think when you're wearing something that makes you feel nice, you kind of like, your chest kind of like goes up, you feel great, you feel confident, you feel ready to step out. And even more so when someone tells you like, hey, what you're wearing is great, or this is interesting, where did you get that from? So that's kind of like the feeling that we wanted to create, like an emboldenment, if you can call it that. And that is how we've been running the brand so far.
I certainly have gotten compliments on this one, actually from like a well-known brand, like an essay that worked there. I was like, where's that from? I was like, oh, well, let me tell you all about it. So
that's great.
So I felt pretty good. And yes, it's absolutely correct. Like whenever I put an outfit together, I feel much better. Like I look great. So when I walk out, I also speak with that same emotion as well. So yeah, it's really nice to have these little things in our lives that could just perk us up a little bit.
And that was actually the inspiration of the Octavio, right? The bag that you have. Because Octavio is, I love dorky stuff. So I love Greek mythology. I love Japanese history. I'm obsessed with samurais. So the idea of the Octavio was the armor, right? So these are supposed to be the epaulets in the armor, and we wanted to make it very fun to interact with, because I think that's my industrial design background kicking in. Like we always want to make the interaction with the object playful and fun. So as Anna can show you, the Octavio can be worn in so many different ways as well. So we wanted to create a fashion shield, so you're prepared to go into the world and you have 4 ways to wear this fashion shield. So that's as a backpack, which I think is the most common way that people think they can wear it. And it's a very practical backpack. It's not intrusive. I love how it's like 360.
I'm here for it.
And you can also wear it as a purse. So
totally does elevate my look. Like I'm just wearing a very neutral jumpsuit right now, right? And it totally kind of like gives like an oomph, right, to my whole outfit. So
the tag is like, I'm saying hi.
Yeah.
So and I love that they can wear it in different, like I've noticed some of our clients, they wear it. Like in France, they wear it more also as a shoulder strap. You know, in Asia, they wear it more as a backpack. In America, I've seen them wear it more as a purse. So it's really cute to see like the different interactions because it goes with the national style. So that one is the whiskey. So whiskey is my favorite from the Octavios, actually, because it's painted with a patina, and this patina is personal by the artisan who paints it. So we have 5 different artisans to finish the patina. So it depends on what's his mood that day. And it's called whiskey because sometimes it's more amber, sometimes it's more chocolate, sometimes it's more red. So it has all the colors of whiskey that you would find usually. And I love that no matter how many clients have it, every single one of them has a different one because it was hand painted. So it's very cool to see that, you know, like I have friends and clients that they'll meet and they'll all carry the same one, and they all look so different, and they love that kind of like uniqueness of it. So that one is as a shoulder strap, and then you can also sling it over. So for some people that are very tall, so I'm a short person,
So am I.
but I do have clients that are very tall. So we make it in a very anthropomorphic way. So it's supposed to follow a standardized height. But if you're super tall, you can always get a shoemaker to add extra holes so that you can sling it over in a more comfortable way. And all of them, they come with 2 straps and 1 handle. So you basically can customize it. You can travel, and then you don't need anything else with you.
And actually, this one, I've kind of like assembled it with things inside. So this is my Octavio.
Oh, okay.
I love it so much. Well, I think Emily can also show what she has in her bag, but basically it's a lot of things. Like this is my it's 19cm wallet here.
That's amazing. Not a lot of like small bags can fit a full-size wallet.
Well, sanitizer, lotion, 2 lipstick, and keys. Well, I think I can totally fit in more, but I just don't have a lot right now. But there's like 2 pockets here as well, so I like to kind of like put my like notes and stuff in there, and then or maybe like my debit card if I'm not using my wallet. So it's very, very roomy. So yeah, that's
very nice. I actually did get a question about how to wear it as a nighttime bag. Like, is there a certain color, or is like a certain way is the best way to wear it?
I would say as a purse, if someone wants to wear it in the evening as a purse, just with the little handle. And I would go more for a darker color. So the black rock is really beautiful. We usually do caviar, but we kind of like phase it out right now because, you know, because of COVID, it's a little bit harder to find that leather that we love doing for that. So we're waiting until the tanneries are all back in track. But this one's really gorgeous because it's super elegant. You know, it's a classic color and it goes really well with everything. So we have it in emerald as well. I think the emerald and the black rock are really pretty for evening. And then you have obviously more classic colors, which are the Mar, which is a very light blue, very pretty. Those are more daylights. We have mint. We have the one that you have, which is wrist. And then whiskey kind of like goes with everything depending on what you're wearing. So yeah. But I would say the black one would be the first choice if you're classic and you want to go out.
I think it's also great when you're traveling, right? If you can only carry 1 bag, but you want to have like different versions, like definitely the Octavio, because it feels like you have 3 different bags.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had clients that are very cute and like, you know, older clients that are like, oh, we're all gonna go to Paris, and they all get the same bag, and it's adorable because they're all gonna go with their little backpack, you know, like 7, 8 ladies, and it's very cute, and it makes me happy that people feel like this is my friend, you know, to go to a new place. So we, you know, part of what we do is kind of like creating a sense of discovery and curiosity. And I think everyone has a journey and is so curious to see what's out there in the world. So our bags kind of like bring a little bit of that, and hopefully they can go with you on the journey.
Yeah, I actually did get a question in from Chef Shell, and she asked like, what's the most important quality that I look for in a bag when traveling? And I think Anna, you touched upon like how it's versatile, so you can use it in the 1 bag. For me, it's durability, which again, this is very durable, and I've also witnessed firsthand, like water, rain, wind, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Marie, do you have, when you're designing these bags, were these designed like specifically for travel, and if so, like
No, I think because I'm a traveler. That kind of like just happens. So I think my let's think about 3 or 4 ways to where something started, because we have a classic clutch called the butterfly clutch. And that was one of the first bags that we launched in the Middle East. And it's a cute bag with a triple magnet system. So it has like this little handle that clasps like this. I don't have one at the moment. But it comes with this handcrafted ruffles, very pretty. So a lot of clients have started buying it. And I love meeting clients because they give me great feedback, and the brand can only grow with them because we're listening to them, you know. So they would be like, oh, can you add like a little handle so I can bring it to weddings? Can you add maybe like a strap? And I kept hearing like both things, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it so you can do the 3 things. And then I made it bigger because every time I was going through the airport, I never know where my passport is, and I carry a huge bag. Like I carry a bag like I'm carrying a fridge. Like I look like I hate my bag, you know. I love lugging things around. So I started carrying the butterfly, and I would just access my passport, and it's also super safe, you know, so people cannot access it from outside. So when we started doing that, you could wear it in 3 different ways. Oh my God, people were so happy, and they started thinking like, oh yeah, finally I have a place for my passports. And you know, it could expand, so you could also wear it for dinner. So if you're going to Mykonos, for example, you just buy a cream one, and you don't need absolutely anything else the whole time you're there. Or going to Paris, depending on the color, it looks super nice. So I think that principle started from there, that I thought, okay, if we're gonna do things, I hope that at least people can get 2 uses out of, you know, whatever it is. And I do feel like different shapes serve better different purposes, right? So for sure, the Octavio is very easy, because if you're traveling with it and you're worried about scratching your bag or damaging your bag, you can always put the handle inside like a U. So it's just like a little box, and you carry it in your cotton bag, and the leathers are pretty durable, especially the crops. So you're fine. You know, like it's super great for traveling. I would say maybe I wouldn't travel so much with my Seda, because the Seda is more like an evening bag, you know. So I think the ones that are rounder, like the Perla or the Nada, they are much easier to travel because you're less likely to damage the corners, you know. I think it's also common sense when you're looking into it. But definitely the Octavio it's a great partner for traveling, and the Athena actually. Like I have many clients that travel with their Athena. So Athena is a bag that almost didn't happen.
Really?
I decided to put here what I'm carrying right now from date night 3 days ago.
Oh, nice.
I'll show you in a second. So when I was creating, you know, like the journey usually as a designer is like you're trying to find the right people to make your dreams come true, right? And it was a struggle to find people that could make my designs happen. So I just kept, you know, traveling through Europe trying to find someone who wouldn't tell me, maybe you should copy this brand, that you'll be able to make your bags. And they just kept thinking my designs were crazy, you know, so they were just different and whatnot. And one day I decided, it's like, I don't care. I'm going to stop trying to find factories that can work around, that I have to work my designs around them. I'm going to do whatever I want. And then I'm going to find a factory for it, and I will not stop until I find it. So that's how Athena happened. So I was sketching this bottle, and it was kind of like a perfume, and I was thinking something a little bit punk, like, you know, kind of like the Athena crest of the helmet, once again, Greek mythology, dork. And I showed my husband, who's very classic, and he was like, I don't think you should do that. That's a super weird thing. And I was like, I didn't even know how I was going to do the closing mechanism, because the closing mechanism is very special. We invented it basically, and I can show that it opens and it goes back to its place.
Sorry.
So
just a little bit stiff because it's cropped. Yeah.
So it always closes in a very automatic way. Once again, keeping that fun interaction, you know, with the brand. So anyway, so I showed him the bag, and he was like, "Oh, I think you need to kill the bag, you know." But he kept saying, "But remember, I'm not your target customer. Like, maybe you don't ask me." And you know, you want someone that you show them something to say, "Yay, that's great, do it." You know. So I took some photos from my files, and then soon after we went to Japan, and I was meeting some buyers, and he was with me because he speaks Japanese. And in the meeting, the buyers are asking me like, "Oh, you know, what are you doing for next season?" And I was like, "Well, I have this bag. It's just a drawing. It's still not on production." And they started calling the other buyers as soon as I showed them. And all of a sudden, there's like 12 buyers on top of me, loving it, asking for exclusive colors for Japan. And I as soon as we left the meeting, my husband was like, please never listen to me. Please never ask me again about this. And it has become one of our signature pieces. So that one, as you can see, the little tear popping up. So that's actually for traveling, so that your bag will not lose its shape. So both the antenna and the seta, they have the same tear. So you put it there, and if you must travel with them, you can just put it inside so it doesn't lose the shape.
Oh, you thought of everything.
So this one, just to show you what it fits. So this is the first sample that we made. I still have it. So it's like a 4.5, 5 year sample. So you see, it still goes back to place. And this is what I took the other day on date night to the cinema. So one sweater.
A sweater.
One book. Because it's cold in one book, this, I don't know, makeup thing. I had my phone, lipstick, and sanitizer, and I still have space. So I know people that can carry a camera in there.
Wow.
And this one's really nice because you cross it over and it follows the shape of the body. So it has like this kind of like bend. So it follows the shape of the body, and it always goes back to place once you put it down.
Oh, nice.
So we have very lively colors, some colors that are more traditional. So that one is a box sole. It's really beautiful. I think, you know, your fans probably know what's a box leather, right? They're familiar with it. So we like playing with different kinds of textures, also to see, you know, what are the clients looking for that season, right?
Actually, if I kind of like put them together, well, I don't have 3 hands, but just to show you the difference in the texture.
The colors are so vibrant. That's like a little stoplight right there. Red, yellow, and green.
Yeah, and we actually have it in passion as well, which is like in this color. But
yeah, the antenna comes in 50 colors or something, 40 something colors.
That's crazy. I don't think I know a brand that has that many colors.
Yeah, every season we make about 6 or 7 colors for it, like new ones, and then we have permanent collections. We also have regional collections, and then we have our seasonal collections. So we have fall, winter, spring, summer. Then we have some for the Middle East for specific areas, maybe a Colombia one. We have a Japan one, Singapore one, Indonesian selection. So we kind of like cross them over to make it also really fun when we do trunk shows, you know, for people to see something new and different. And then our classics. So our classics are our Crocs and our lizards. It's, you know, the trends.
That's great that you make them, because sometimes you don't realize you like it until you see it. It's like, oh wow, I really like that, and you wouldn't have expected it. So yeah, it's good that there are a lot of options.
Yeah, and I mean, we have the micro also behind Anna for people who like more traditional purse shapes. So these ones are very aerodynamic. So I was inspired by the ladies' lunch because, you know, in the 1930s, basically, that's when women started making their own money. So they became ladies who lunch because they started going on their own dime and meeting their girlfriends and dressing up. And it was a whole thing that, you know, after recession, they just kind of like stepped up and powered up, you know. So it made them feel good, you know, to go out and, you know, spend that money that they earned and look amazing. So we wanted to make a bag that follows that aerodynamic shape that is very much from the Art Deco movement around the 1930s. So it's like a traditional purse, but kind of like with a twist. So this one, you can wear it in 2 ways. It fits quite a bit. So we make our bags deceivingly roomy. So they always look small, but we can actually fit a lot because we make the bottoms like quite wide. So you're able to put, you know, your wallet, your phone, your makeup, and you're quite okay.
Oh, that looks really cool. And it looks like there's like a strap attachment to that too, right?
Yes, it is. So, sorry, I didn't assemble it. But it has a strap here, and then you kind of like assemble it on the side.
Yeah.
But as you can see, everything is kind of like well hidden, so it's like really nice. So you don't really see it, right? And you're like, all of a sudden you have a strap. But
I love that.
This is the blanket. This is the micro blanket. It's kind of like the warm blanket you have.
Yeah. So we wanted to make a comfort bag. It started giant, by the way. This is the smallest version, which people really love. But I'm bringing back a new shape of it, a new size of it next season. It's a little bit roomier, a little bit taller.
Yeah. Can we talk about maybe color transfer? I got a question about that. So I know I have a white color and nothing happened to it. So I mean, maybe I got lucky and this was just like a magical unicorn that just never gets dirty. But maybe not. Maybe this is just how all of your bags are, no matter the color or the leather. Can you talk about maybe this one looks like a pebbled leather, but are there ones that are more prone to color transfer, or are they all transfer proof?
So jeans are evil for everything. I've always said that, and I always warn people that just don't rub your bag against your jeans. Just don't do it. Jeans are bad. They ruin your shoes, they ruin your bag. So I think once we move on from that, the bevel leather, as well as our more buttery leathers, they're water absorbent, so they don't have any problem. Like if you, for example, get as much of makeup or something like that, even our more textured ones. So because the textured ones are water repellent, they're also okay. So we sell a lot of white croc because people are not scared of our white. Why does it happen? Because if you put something in it, you can still wash it with baby soap and it'll go away without ruining your bag, since they're water repellent and since they're water absorbent. So you just need to use a little bit of transparent soap. Doesn't have to be baby soap, but transparent soap or baby soap works great. Just a little bit, and then just clean it up. I would say alcohol is not great for any bag. I would say just don't put alcohol in your stuff if you have leather, because sometimes it might have a bad reaction with the color of your leather depending on how it was tanned. But generally speaking, our bags are pretty we have a word in Spanish, todoterreno. Like they can do everything, in that sense, that I want to make sure that you can buy something with confidence and that, it will last you a long time. As I said, the suede is a different case because suede is more, for going out. So this one is a preview of our Cassiopeia. So as you guys can see, it's very shimmery. So for suede, it needs a special treatment for them to be waterproof. So this one has not received that treatment yet, because we just started using this kind of shimmery suede, which is really beautiful and buttery. I actually want to show you some of the things that are coming in Cassiopeia. Look how pretty it looks.
It's perfect for the holidays.
I think, right, and I think everyone who has suede knows that it's a little bit more high maintenance, but it's worth it. It's just beautiful. But yeah, I would say color transfer, we don't have that problem. Just be careful in, what you stain it with. Don't use alcohol and keep it away from the light, because that always keeps your colors fresh. So always in its cotton bag. Don't leave it by the window, and then we had the experience one time. I sent some samples to a magazine in the UK, and they forgot where the samples were. I don't know how that happened. It took me 6 months to get it back, but how I know the sun will really affect it. So they left the 1 antenna in a very light color, just like this, next to the window, for 6 months. So what happened was, when I got the bag back, it was like a bad tan. like inside it was so the great color, and outside it was nah. So I know it doesn't matter how well you color a bag or how well you tan it, the sun will damage it if it's exposed for a really long time. It will just make it very weak.
I've also heard that sometimes some people have said it's good to condition your bags because the leather can get dried. Are these sort of the case with your leathers, or?
I mean, you can always use a pomade, so it really depends also on the leather. I would say for the ones with croc and boss, they look nicer, they have a bit of sheen, just a little bit. I would say you don't have to condition them all the time, maybe once a year, and use special products for it. So we actually have an FAQ on our website about all the different ways that you can treat your leather and treat your bags. So if you have any questions, you can always email us, but I think we're a bit of psychopath about I think we covered a lot of things in it, about what could go wrong, and we're always learning as well, right? Leather is a delicate thing. The other day I learned there's a special eraser for suede when it gets dirty, and I was like, oh, that's so cool, but it's so hard to find. So yeah, I mean, those are the things to keep in mind.
Okay, cool. I think that answers a bunch of the questions. I did get one about the pricing. So this is coming from Casey. She wants to get some understanding about the pricing. These are beautiful bags, but she feels like it could be on the costly side for many of them, of the people. So can you explain maybe why it's priced a certain way, and yeah.
So, because we manufacture everything by hand, and our tanneries, we're using the same tanneries that the big Italian houses are using. So, we actually, in theory, should price them higher based on what our production cost is. And, but I wanted to make sure that the people that are making our bags are well taken care of, that they have insurance, that they can, support their families, because a lot of brands on the higher end, they choose to source from Italy, but then make it in Asia, in places where sometimes the conditions of the labor are not great. But we want to ensure we don't do that, So in our case, everything's carefully selected, and we prefer to pay a premium so that the leathers are high quality, so that the leathers are non-toxic, and so our artisans are safe. Because for us, it's a mission of love. It's not just the customer that receives the bag at the end, but it's our artisans as well that are dealing with these products on a daily basis. And then what happens sometimes is, like, when you use certain tannins, you could be exposing your artisans to cancerogenious toxins. So that happens a lot with a particular kind of leather that I prefer not to mention. So this is why we have the price points that we have. And also, for us, it's really important to give back. So there's a percentage. Sorry, I always have this problem. My hair. There's a percentage that we also donate to different foundations. So we've been doing different cool, fun ideas about how to impact the community in a good way, because I think if you have a platform, you should use it for good. So we've been doing that since I started the brand. So on our first year, we worked with mothers in Bali who were single mothers and who are doing many, many kinds of jobs to support their kids. So we created a lower price collection to auction it in the Middle East and pay for their primary school education. And then in our second year, we work with some moms in London that are, women, not moms. They leave their homes because of violence. So most of them are not trained for the workforce. So there's a foundation that gathers designers, and they donate pieces so that they can buy uniforms and teach them basic office skills. So you're basically empowering them to go out there and make something out of themselves. And then in our third, fourth, fifth year, we've been working with refugees. So we've been working in internships placements in companies and factories and restaurants that I know, so we could connect them for refugees from Indonesia. And since the pandemic started, we actually been donating 10% of our sales to food kits and health kits and food distribution for 6 different organizations across the world. So Philippines, Colombia, Indonesia, and Kuwait.
Very
so
cool.
that's why we have those prices, because we're trying to create a great product, but we're also trying to give back with what we're doing.
Yeah, no, that's very admirable. It's not every brand that would do that. If the brand just wants to earn money, they definitely don't have to tell you about all this other stuff, or so it's great that you're giving back as well. I mean, as a person who would buy the bag, I feel better also knowing that I've helped somebody else learn their craft or have a career, have good health care. So those are all things that I don't really think about, but it's good that you brought it up too, because definitely makes a difference.
That's a great question, actually.
And we do have, your discount, which is great. We work with our ambassadors so that every now and then there's a special prices. We don't usually do sales, but we do have special codes that will work for holidays, like Black Friday, I'm saying it wrong, Black Friday.
Sorry, Cyber Monday.
And those is the whole thing in the US. Sorry guys, I'm not American.
Is that just a US thing? I don't know.
I think it's a US thing.
Is it a US thing?
I always get a crossover. I was like, is it a white something or black something?
There's White Christmas. Cyber Monday.
You have White Day in Japan, so we do that too. I think because we do different holidays, for different regions. But yeah, so we'll have special codes for those holidays. So it's good to be in tune, especially if you have. We have selected a few ambassadors that we collaborate with, like Emily. You're the first one actually, and then we create these cool codes for them. For example, if it's in Dubai, then you have like the Dubai National Days. You'll have for like 2 days a special discount where we also cover your taxes when it gets in. So all these things. Besides, we also pay for our shipping. We pay your shipping whenever we send to you, no matter where you are in the world. So we try to also spoil our customers that way, so they don't feel like, oh no, I don't have enough. And it is a good investment because it's a bag that will last. So that we can promise you. We try and we aim to please and to create a product that will give you amazing value from now until hopefully 10 years at least, many more years. Yeah.
No, that's great. I did get a question about pop-ups or like in-store, like being able to shop in-store, because a lot of the bags, it just feels different when you can handle it, touch it, try it on, smell it, I don't know, everything. So are there plans for maybe pop-ups around the world, or is there a way for somebody to go and do that?
So we have we have two things that we do. So before the pandemic, I mean, we had stores in stores. We work mostly with department stores, so like Harvey Nichols and Harrods, Galeries Lafayette, Takashimaya. So we're able to have like our story within this historical places, and then during the pandemic, when we realized, it's like at the beginning, not like it's over, because let's be real. At the beginning, a lot of people wanted to still see the bags. They still wanted to shop. They still wanted to feel good at home. So we started up by appointment only system, and we're having these private trunk shows where we did everything we could to keep the client safe. So face shield, mask, everything sanitized. Everyone's giving gloves before they get the bag. So we try to create that, and we started offering at-home trunk shows in different cities around the world, actually. So we don't have stores in the US yet, but we're actually entering the market next year for physical stores, and we're starting to work with a few online stores as well that people in America are more familiar with. So because I think it's also that level of trust, right? You want to feel like, oh, like I'm not gonna pay and they're getting the bag or something like that. So we're starting to work with a few, more reputable, to make you feel good, companies there, and we're actually entering Texas first on a physical level. So we're doing those, and if you want to host an at-home trunk show, we actually have a program for that. I don't know if that's what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, sorry. We actually have a question from Trixie. I believe she said, which bag do you think suits for everyday college life?
The Octavio doesn't fit a laptop, but it fits an iPad mini. So that one is really cool because you can wear it in so many ways. It's very durable, and you have like basically different bags in one. So I would say that one's really nice. If you're someone who wears colors that are more on the lighter side, like beige or chocolates or whatnot, I would say the whiskey would look great, or the mint color would look really beautiful, because those pop up. If you're more of a minimalist, I would go for a black croc. So that's the mint color, which I super love.
It's so pretty.
And it goes with everything. And we also have Mar, which is the bluer version of it. Both are pebble leather. So it really depends that it's going to be pretty durable no matter what. I mean, the best thing about it is like, it's covered outside. I mean, this is my oldest sample, like the one I took, but it's open to the sides because I've been doing this a lot to show people. But usually it stays like this. So even if it rains, you're going around carrying all your things, you're going to be fine. So, and I think even if you're a messy college student, let's say, and maybe you get some pen or whatever, you can always bring out the microspade and wash it a little bit with like soap. So you can always pull it out, pull out the cover. If you have any accidents with makeup or something, there would be ways to remove it.
Yep.
Hope that's helpful.
Will there be like bigger tote size?
Yes, so original, it's making bigger bags. But what I noticed, it's like they would go largely ignored, except by 50 over clients, because we have clients from 20 to 60 something, so it depends on which leather they will go. Maybe if they're a little bit older, more sophisticated, they'll go for the crocs, the lizards, the darker colors, right? I mean, sometimes, not always. And I noticed so many clients with not really go to the big ones. Like it was just some of the moms, but that's not everyone. And even the moms would be like, but I want a tiny cute one. So I thought, you know what, let's focus on what we do great, what they love, which is the smaller bags. But now that we've seen the Octavio become so popular, and you're not the first one to ask like if we're gonna make it bigger. So we're actually gonna make it bigger next season. We're gonna make it bigger, and probably launching it in March, I think.
Okay.
And we have 8 new designs coming up too.
Ooh,
2
exciting.
are actually boho oversized ones, so it's gonna be like, it's big. So yeah, we're gonna try to fit more the needs of everyone, because it's also true that a lot of our market is Asia and Middle East, where they prefer more like daintier things to go out. Even in Latin America, they prefer small bags to go out. But now when I was in the US in the summer, I realized people prefer bigger bags there, so as we enter the US, it's also a learning curve to see what are the needs there, right? Because we're familiar with the clients over here, so we're learning, right, to see what do they need, what colors do they like, and so that brings a new region of new handbags, new designs, and also new textures and new colors. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, that could also be a really good college bag as well, for books and everything.
Definitely.
Lots of options coming.
Yeah, I've been pushing the bigger backpack back for like 3 years because even the butterfly, we're gonna develop it as a big backpack. And I don't know, we just kept bringing up tiny cute bags that kept selling very well. So I just kept thinking like, well, no one wants a bigger backpack, and now everyone's asking about a bigger backpack. So I'm like, okay, we'll get to it.
It's cyclical, right? It's like fashion is cyclical. So it's like once you have the small ones, and you want the big ones, and then you want the small ones.
It's like our tiny ones, right? It took me so long to
I
jump on
love
it
that
and make
one.
a small
Oh
bag
my God.
kind of like thing, because I wanted to make sure it's not a ridiculous bag, that it could still fit, like, your makeup, your things, your, like all the basic stuff. I mean, everyone carries their phone in their hand. This is super cute and you can cross it over. So it looks like you're carrying just a little tiny basket. And this one, it's more like, cute for the beach, and it comes in different party colors. You can also sling it over. And you can fit everything. Open with your phone, close, no phone. So just so you guys know, to be realistic.
Or you get one of those foldable phones, and then that can fit.
Oh, I'm not that modern. I haven't seen one of those in real life. So you see, I usually, if I wear it in the beach, like I'll cross it over and I'll just carry this like that. But usually it's more like for dinner, like you put all your makeup, your credit cards, everything, and it fits there and it looks very cute.
I love it. It's just
Actually,
like putting
we have another question. Oh my God, I'm so happy that we have such interactive audience. Actually, Gianna asked, which bag would you recommend to match with your best friend? I think maybe I'll answer first to that, and Marie can add to it. I was actually talking to one of our ambassador, right, and she's like, I love the Nada, and my best friend, I think she's gonna get the same or in a different color and like match it. So definitely the Nada, the one that Marie was just holding. Yeah. Like the little.
So this was really cute.
Oh my God, I want that one next.
This one has a great story. So actually, this bag is called Nada. Nada means nothing in Spanish, but it's a name in the Middle East. It's very popular, and it's one of my best friend's names. And it just so happens she's also one of our best clients. Like, best ever. She buys like crazy. Her family buys like crazy, and she's been so supportive throughout my journey. And she's a bag lady. Like, she has maybe 200, 300 bags, I don't know, something insane. And I told her I want to call a bag after you, because she's been so amazing from the beginning, and she's very sweet, so I wanted to make us fit bags. So that's how Nada happened. So if I was going to say to my best friends, I would say Nada, because I love her a lot.
Oh, that's such a sweet
and
story.
We're actually going to make a bigger size of this so that moms and daughters can also wear like matching sets.
Oh, mommy and me, that's so cute.
Super cute. Super cute. And for Gianna, it actually comes in 3 different colors right now. The crack whiskey, the one that was this, the patina effect here, and then also is Ibano, which is like
It's a deeper chocolate. It's like a darker. So this is a clay. It's like a deep chocolate. And then we have this one. And for Cassiopeia, when we launch like our shimmeries, it's actually going to come in very sparkly black, pink, purple, cocoa, rose. Like we have like Cinderella blue. We have pink, champagne. So a lot of those colors are coming up soon.
Oh my god,
actually,
I want one.
With
I want
Emily,
two.
You guys will know soon. We're having a virtual trunk show with Emily to launch that collection before anyone has access to that. So you guys will be able to see it. So I would say Nada is great for friends. It also depends on your age and your style. So if you want to tell us more about it, we'd be happy to help. Like I have friends that my best friend, I have a lot of really good girlfriends. My best friend actually has this in red and silver. But most of my great girlfriends have this one. So I have like 25 wifeys, guys. Like I have a lot of great girlfriends. So, but I would say I have at least 10 super close friends that have all the same Octavio whiskey because they love it so much and it really makes me happy.
Oh, I love that story about the Nada. I already love it when I first saw it, and it's probably going to be my next bag. But just to hear the story behind it, just like, my heart.
No, I love it. As soon as she saw it, she was like, "Oh my god, I'm going to tell everyone there's a bag named after me." I feel like Grace Kelly. And I was like, "Oh my god, I love you more now." Yeah, so she has it in like 4 colors, of course. Wow. She had access to it before anyone else, of course, you know. So she was like, "Oh, I want it in this and this," and then all her family, friends, and cousins were like, "We need to have a Nada, of course," you know. So they started ordering it too. So it's been really fun. And then I was like, "Okay, we need to create also a bigger one for people who need a little bit more room." Because it does look like a cute basket when you cross it over. So it's really nice. Like it has like these little halo effect, right?
Yeah.
I think, Marie, do you mind just showing the back of the Nada?
Oh yeah. So you have the here, and so that's how you cross it over, or you can just wear it like this. I mean, I usually just carry it like this, and it looks like a cute basket, like Red Riding Hood style.
I love it. Yeah, so I can't wait for the trunk show. I'm very excited. Well, we'll put more information about that on our Instagram.
Yes. So more questions.
Yes,
how
more
can we help?
questions. So I did get one about the return policy, since there aren't, stores accessible in the U.S. or, in a lot of other locations. It's hard to like choose the one and then know that it's the one. So is there an exchange or return policy that you have that will help ease that, purchase?
Okay, so we have a more like strict return policy than most brands, but that's because we're not based in the US, we're based in Europe, and we're an emerging brand, so we don't have those crazy facilities over in America to send on the same day back. But if you're undecided about which handbag you want to buy, we offer free online styling sessions. So we're happy to always help, however we can. So we have concierge, and the concierge also helps you buy a bag through WhatsApp, which I think in the US they don't use so much WhatsApp, more like SMS or something. But we have that in Asia, Middle East, and we can also do it on Zoom or Google Meet. So we help you find something that is fitting for your style, so you understand the colors well. We'll recommend you what goes well with your outfit. And then if you buy something, since we have like a free shipping policy, and there is something wrong with the bag, and you're like, "Oh no, it's, I don't know, if there's a hole or something," which it never happens, guys, by the way. But if there's something wrong with it that you feel like we need to get on top of, then we're more than happy to see, you can email us, and then we'll find a way to solve it for you. Because I don't believe in transactions, I believe in long-term, family, and that's how we see our customers.
Yeah, I mean, if people have seen my videos, my first unboxing, like, I love the style of the Octavio, but the color just didn't vibe with me, and I really wanted something that I will continue to wear and not just sit there. So you worked with me to find the perfect color. I have it now. I wear it so much, and so yeah, it's very important to find the right one. So I highly recommend going to those. You said a styling session. So would it be sort of like a video like this?
Yeah, it would be a video exactly like this. So it can be with someone from our team in Indonesia, or sometimes I jump into the conversation because it makes me happy to help you find something great for yourself. So I like to recommend things for people that will help them step a little bit outside of their comfort zone, but still be them, you know. So just a little bit of sass, you know, into what they're doing. And I remember you mentioned this to me, so something good to know since we're talking about the croc is that we work with a tannery that follows the same pattern of the croc. So the pattern of the croc means there are, you know, like these rounder reticules, and then the flat ones. We don't do the full flat croc, at least not at the moment. So when you order a croc bag, you will receive a bag that looks like the actual texture. So I remember that freaked you out because you felt like, oh no, it looks too much like the animal.
It looks too much like the
people love it, and that is why they buy it. But I know it's not for everyone, so I think it's good to clarify that we don't follow just this pattern. It will look more like the real thing, and it's more like randomized. So what we can do if you're ordering a bag and you're a little bit worried about exactly what reticule you're getting, since everything's handcrafted, hand cut, you know, you can always email us as soon as you make an order if it's croc, and then we can send you a picture right before the bag is packed. So you can be like, oh no, too much reticule, or oh yay, I love it, you know, so you know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, no, I mean, if somebody really likes croc, I want to say that is such a good, like, representation of it. It looks like the real thing. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of people used to think it was a real thing. I remember one time dealing with a store. They're like, it was, I don't remember where the store was, and we're supposed to import. And they're like, are you sure you have the right permits? I was like, yeah, it's Italian cab. We have the right permit. No, but it's croc. And I was like, no, it's not. It looks like it, but it's not. You're safe.
It's so real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are all the questions I've taken down before. I don't know if we have any further ones from the chat.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Not yet. Or I think this is like last chance if anyone is tuning in.
If anyone else has any burning last minute questions. I mean, they can always, you know,
of course,
message, you know.
More in there.
Well, I think we can talk about our bags like every day.
I can talk about it a lot.
No.
Yeah, so
well, since there's no questions at the moment, maybe we can discuss Cassiopeia.
Okay. What is the new collection?
Yes, so to see kind of like what people will be expecting. So we're doing these shimmeries because we do feel people are ready to go out, they're ready to feel good, and wear, you know, something beautiful that looks like candy and is gorgeous and makes you happy, it makes you smile. So Cassiopeia will come in 8 different colors. So it's shimmeries. We have 6 official colors and then 2 extras that are like more limited edition, which is like the sparkling pink and sparkling purple. They're all sparkling and they're all non-transfer. So you don't have to be scared about looking like you're going to a children's birthday party or that you came out of it. So, you know, they're all pieces that, you know, will definitely make you like stand out. And yeah, so I'm very excited that we're going to be able to share that with some of the customers, that some of the people that subscribe to your channel for the private trunk show. It's not going to be here. We're going to do it in a more private way. Yes. But yeah, I'm very excited about that, and you know, being able to show more about our party pieces, because what you usually see is like our day pieces and also things that work for the evening. But this is the first time we do a complete going out kind of like collection, so I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that too. We'll have more information on, well, I'll be posting it on my Instagram at Clutchtocarryall, but I'm sure you'll be posting it on the Marie de la Roche Instagram as well, which I've linked in the description box below.
So sorry. We have 2 more questions.
Oh, okay.
If we have more time, that's okay.
Yeah.
Lila, thank you so much for your question. She said, can you recommend an investment purchase? I want it to be my first.
Ooh. I would say, how old are you? Maybe she can reply. Not sure. Looks like a video. Well, I would say, depending on your age, there will be certain things that are more fitting, like whether you're going to work or going out, etc., etc. So I would say the The antenna is very statement. It's super bold. When I was in the US, like whatever, people were like, what is this? So it's a great statement piece. If you want something more classic, I would say, but like, still pops, I would say a micro blanket would be really gorgeous. The platinum one is really beautiful. I don't know, Anna, if you could show them the platinum. So the platinum is a silver. It's not a tacky silver. It's a silver with an undertone of blue. It's very pretty, and it has a special grit texture. So the texture is super nice.
Yeah, it comes in brilliant. It also comes with the color as well, actually.
Yeah, that's a beveled color. So it's a very fresh color. If you want something that will last you, throughout the year, and it's a color that works all year long, maybe this is great if you want to wear it in the evening. But if you want something that is like this and you can wear all throughout the day, I would say a whiskey one or a black one would be beautiful. If it's something more for the day, the mint one is beautiful. It's really great. Like, it really goes with everything. So I would say that would be a great investment piece for going out. If you're more like, I want to get a lot of views of what I'm going to get, and you're someone a little bit more sporty, definitely an Octavio. So the micro is more like a girly girl bag. Also Seta is like a purse. Octavio is more like cool girl. So it really depends on which vibe. Like if you're super feminine, I would say one of them two purses. The antenna just goes with everyone. It can be very boho. It can be very chic. It just depends on which leather you get. I would say from antenna, this is our bestseller all across the world, the clay, because the clay is a warm chocolate and it's very flattering on every skin tone. So we have customers all across the world buying this bag. So this one is really great. And then we have that croc green, which I love, that emerald color. So it depends on your age, as I said, like how serious you want to get. So the crocs are a little bit more serious. The whiskey croc is, I would say, the one that plays more throughout different generations, that you can wear if in your 20s or your 30s, and it looks great. So croc, if you're 35 older, I would say it's great. If you're 35 and below, I would say go for a chocolate and go for a color that you can mix more with your wardrobe. So I think it's important not to buy something that wears you, but something that you wear. So something that fits more in your closet, like the same as Emily, right? Like Emily thought, like, I'm not gonna get a lot of use of the croc. Like, let's find something that fits my style in real life, not what I think is real life, but real life. So we'd be happy to help you in a styling session. If you want to ask us more and send us details about your personal style, we can tell you like what could be like some great options.
Yeah, definitely. Just direct message us and we can schedule an appointment.
You can always DM us. We're pretty quick. There's a lot of people on top of the DMs, so you can always DM us and we'll be great. We can just give you recommendations even on our DM on Instagram.
Okay, one last question from Caroline. Which bag would be the most timeless and versatile? I think those are two different questions, right? I mean, for me, utility, I think we mentioned a lot with the Octavio, right? I think we mentioned that when traveling. Timeless, I think would be the Micro for me. I think just because of the shape. And whenever we have private events, like, we cater to, women who are older than 45 years old, and they tend to kind of like go with the shape, basically. Of course, they would try on like different, shapes and sizes, but they tend to kind of like go with this one. So those are like the two options but that's my personal maybe preference.
I think for multifunction and practicality, definitely the Octavio is more an everything bag. But timeless for me, so I have a different answer to Anna. It's actually the antenna, because this bag doesn't exist. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how long I wear it, where I wore it, and how many years it has been out in the market. I never not get compliments or get someone asking about it. The best part is like it's mostly men at the beginning that will be like, where is that from? And then they'll buy it for their girlfriend, buy it for their wife, and because even for men, it's an interesting shape, and kids also love the shape. So I love that I guess, I follow anthropomorphic principles when I design, and anthropomorphic principles mean like things that are close to the humans, things that are close to our curves, they're more appealing to us and they feel familiar. So I think what I like about this is that it's not aggressive. You know, it's kind of like us. It's kind of like round, and I feel like that's why people are very, you know, drawn to it. And it just feels like a nice perfume when you look at it from above. So usually, yeah, I'll have men coming up to me in restaurants that is like, excuse me, where is that from? You know? Or like, you know,
So
friends of my
funny.
husband and things like that. I mean, women too, but I find it more curious that it's men asking me about my fashion choices, and then they're like, okay, let me ask my wife. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's definitely unique. Like, if I haven't seen it anywhere before, and yeah, I think it'll be a really good investment
Oh,
piece.
and for reference sizes, in case someone's wondering. So,
Oh my god, that one's so cute.
so just in case you want
No way.
for different things. So I think that's important. So these two are family, the Perla and the oh my gosh, sorry, the Perla and the Tena. And these two are also family, so you see you have the same magnet system. So we always try to keep expanding on the families, basically, to see our clients.
Yeah.
One big cool family.
Sorry, we didn't have one answer, but it's also very personal what you think is timeless, and you know. But it is true what Anna said. Our older clients that are very, you know, sophisticated, and people that have all sorts of bags, you know, limited edition, etc., from super big brands, they tend to go for the micro because they will be like, they'll buy other bags, but the micro is something that we see as a theme that they feel is very elegant. And these are clients like maybe, you know, 45 onwards. That's the shape that we see they're more drawn to. Yeah,
definitely. And I think I wanted to add more onto the Tena, right? Like, people can see it from afar. That's our, you know, the Marie de la Roche bag.
Yes.
So it's also my favorite.
Hope that was helpful.
Yeah, no, that's great.
One question?
More questions?
Oh, one sec, sorry.
Okay.
We have very enthusiastic viewers here.
I like we have a back talk, so it's fun.
Oh, okay. Ludas, would you kindly please post the links to the bags you have shown? Definitely. I think the links to these items, I think we can definitely do that on our Instagram story. So Luda, if you can stay tuned to, I think especially these colors, right? And we can make the Tena, the Octavio, the Senna, and the Micro. And please don't forget to use the code EMLOVES, EMLOVES, and get you know, your discount there. So
How long is that for, Anna? Can you?
So I actually made the discount 24 hours.
Oh, 24 hours!
Only an hour and a half, but we set it up for 24 hours. So
I was like,
you guys can still shop a little bit after this, because I'm sure it's going to be a little bit, some people are tuning it a bit late and all that. So, and we're also going to post a question on our Instagram. So we're not going to reveal the question here. We're going to post it on the Instagram.
Okay.
So you guys have to go there and participate to see if you get a free bag. Yay!
Okay, cool. Okay, I thought I was going to ask it here, but I'm glad you mentioned that, so I was like, I won't say it now. I can also put the links to the items to answer that question in the description below. So even once this ends, you should be able to access the description bar, so you can click on that as well. So I can do that, and I'll add in the EMLOVES at the bottom for 24 hours. As well. Yeah.
EMLOVES with an S.
I mean, it's usually valid all the time, your code, but only for today, it's going to be, well, for the next 24 hours, it's going to be $100 off instead of $75. $75 is great, 100 is better.
I like 100 better.
Yeah.
For 24 hours, guys.
Okay, 24 hours. Clock is ticking. But yes, like you said, the giveaway for the free bag is on the Instagram post, which will be on the Marie de la Roche.
We're gonna put it right there in, I think, about 10 minutes after we're done here, because we want people to be like waiting for it. Yeah.
So I hope you guys have been listening, because you got to answer it right. I think there's also instructions on the post, right? Like you have to follow our Instagram account. Yep.
It's easy. It's easy. We talked a lot, but you guys will remember this one.
We didn't talk that much, did we?
Well, I think we can go all day.
This is nothing. But yeah, I think that if that's all the questions, then I'm gonna wrap this up by saying thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. It was lovely having you here and your support. Thank you to Anna and Marie for your time. You know, it was lovely to get your insight, your expertise about the brand as well as styling, handbags, everything. Yeah, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day or night, depending on where you are. Yeah. And then.
Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, of course. My pleasure. My
Fun.
pleasure. This is an honor.
I hope we managed to answer most important questions. And as you guys know now, you can always DM us. We're very quick to respond, and we're always happy to help. Like we've had even clients, someone bought a bag second hand. They didn't even buy it from us, and they were asking us they're like, oh, someone stepped on my bag. How do I put it back in shape? So we're like, you know what? Let's get it. Let's help you. So we just want to make you happy with our brand. So we're here to help, and don't be scared to DM us. We'll be helpful.
Okay, well, thank you so much. You guys know where to reach us, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, and I'll see you guys in my next video or chat or everywhere. All right.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry? Yeah, trunk show. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. We'll post.
We'll post about the trunk show. I'm excited about that. I'll bug you.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Bye.